Caden bought this car a year and a half ago from this guy out in Hagerstown. I can't even remember the name of the shop anymore. It's been so long. But he supplies a lot of missing parts. So Caden had to do all his own homework with the help of Kiko and Enrique Claudio with locating some used parts for us. Brown and Fab did some cleaning up of the parts for us. Caden and some powder coating with some cool intake parts. We got Fuel Tech Tony out of Florida to do a complete harness for us. And we had Greg Power at GP Tuning remote in 2 days ago, and he and Caden, between them two, figured out how to time this motor with all brand new pulleys because we had nothing to go off of. So this is kind of an explanation of what you need to do to find and locate TDC on a 2-rotor rotary engine in a 1988 Turbo 2 RX-7. Pretty weird because these things aren't as simple as you would think, but we figured it out. So while I'm talking here, spin that distributor cap off there, Caden. But what we did basically is we pulled the bolts out of the crank, turned the Woodruff key to 9 o'clock, and then John and I took the camera, put it in this back cylinder, the second rotor. We started with the leading, but from what Caden's telling me, it's better to go from the trailing cylinder first. So what you do is you put the camera in the hole of the trailing cylinder. The side of the block is marked leading and trailing with 2 letters. You rotate the motor clockwise until you see the apex seal of the rotor coming to the center of the hole. You stop it, and then you mark it right here with the timing pointer. You mark it, which we did. Then you continue to rotate clockwise and you put the camera in the leading hole spark plug, and you wait till the apex seal is in the center of the leading hole, again marking it with the timing pointer. Once you do that, then you can take the measurement between the leading and the trailing, whether you do it with a tape measure or veneer calipers, whatever you choose, and you locate the dead center of these two, and that is your TDC. That is your top dead center of a 3-rotor inside of a 2-rotor motor using the back 2-rotor hole, 2-rotor spark plug holes. Now, Caden, which spark plug hole is a super small hole, the leading or the trailing?
The trailing has a small hole.
So the trailing has a super small hole and also has a different style spark plug. So you really have to use a light to get inside to see that apex seal rotate through that small hole. It's probably approximately 3/16 versus an entire spark plug head diameter. Once you do that, then you look in here and you see where your rotor is timed inside of your distributor, which ours was 300, it was 100, I guess we call it 180 degrees out. So we pulled the rotor and the distributor out, and then we clocked the distributor gear. There's a little groove arrow on the bottom of the distributor tube, and you have a little indentation notch on the gear of the distributor gear, and you basically rotate those two till they're in line with one another, hold these together, slide it back in, and then that is technically your TDC and your distributor's timed. Now when we did that, we took and marked the gear where it was with a white mark, which if you look down in here, there's a white mark right there that we marked it, and that's also timed on the pickup of the distributor. Greg from GP Tuning goes and takes the Fuel Tech, and he actually will lock out the timing in the Fuel Tech at 20 degrees or whatever your full advanced timing you would want to have at idle. So once we did that, we checked it with a timing light, putting your timing light down on your leading spark plug.
You're leading. You go off the leading.
The number 1 leading spark plug. You put the timing light here, and you shoot your timing to make sure first at 0 that your TDC is marked with TDC, and then you let your tuner, or if you're familiar with tuning and locking out your timing in your Fuel Tech, you can lock it out your 20 degrees. You verify that it rotates to about 20 degrees top dead center, which at that point we had no marks because this was all brand new pulleys. But again, a very simple procedure. Watch this video over and over again if need be. Our first time ever doing it, and you'll be able to see the video at the end here where the car is running great when we're actually locking out the timing, verifying it at 20 degrees. Very wild. Kiko came out and helped us wire this car along with John and Caden, And they did a great job. We're about buttoning this thing up to where Caden's going to hopefully drive this thing for his birthday here in a few days. But long and short is, don't try and do this at home without knowing how to do this, because you will spend a lot of ether, a lot of waste of time, and a lot of batteries trying to make it crank over until it fires. And believe me, it will not fire. It will make a lot of noise and not run. So this is the way you do it. This is really the only way to do it. So there it is. Ready, Greg? Then fire it up. Tell him I'm moving the distributor and lock it down at TDC. I had to move the distributor a little bit, Greg. Higher or lower? Yes, tell Greg to lock the timing down. You got to turn it up more. Oh no, we're not at TDC, we're on Sterling. Then we from GP. Can you get that?
What's up, Ron?
Fix that, Ron.
Yeah, fix that, Ron. Cut.